lot of organic farms, and there's a lot of people that are growing food, marketing it directly, making a living doing it. It's impressive, and it's a few years ahead of a lot of other places in Washington State and the nation at large.
My husband and I found this property about 6 years ago, and it was kind of our dream property. Our kids were young. We wanted to have an organic farm. It was always our dream to have an organic farm and grow produce and have CSAs. Just shortly after we bought the property, my husband was diagnosed with cancer and died shortly thereafter. And of course it seemed like a tragic, and it is a tragic thing that happened. But over time what's happened is just a really beautiful process with the community coming together and supporting our family. For the year that my husband was dying, there were literally hundreds of people that came to help out on the farm, keeping it going, keeping the grass cut, taking care of him, taking care of the boys. And then after he died, that just continued, and it reached out further into the community. And people stepped forward to start a garden, till it up, plant seeds. We have an orchard of about 16 different fruit trees. Those are each planted by a different family in memory of Mark. It's 16 acres in size. And we've got about 5-acre area right here that's dedicated to the garden area and the growing produce. Wanting to have a CSA and produce good quality organic food for the local community was really important to me, and I wasn't ready to let go of that dream. And about that time I ran into Barry Cannon from the Gleaners Coalition, and he had access to a volunteer labor group that could glean produce and take it to the food bank.
I was working with the Gleaners then as well. We built the first hoop house out there and had the first few student work parties go out there.
And then on that day is when we built the greenhouse, which was a wonderful project, so that now the food bank can have greens in the wintertime. Because up until now, the food bank was just getting a lot of produce from the local farms in the spring, summer, and fall, but nothing in the winter. And I think the name, you know, it's grown from just the fact that there's hawks here that circle the property to just community. People started coming out here to help take care of us, but by having people here supporting us, they were able to leave feeling good about themselves and what they're doing and growing food, and then the food goes out to an even broader community.
Circle Hawk Farm has become a real prime example, a model of what community-based learning can really do.
There's many other different volunteer groups that come out. Grub is another group that comes out, the Garden Raised Urban Bounty. We have elementary schools and middle schools that come out. Kids come out and work and go home with whatever they harvest. We feed ourselves first with the food that's grown and the workers, and then everything else goes to the food bank. So it just feels like a wonderful circle that's created.